Hey, what's up guys, Nils here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are gonna talk a little bit about how you can use Illusionist to increase your damage potential. Now, for those of you guys that may not know this, it is confirmed by actually Dareb himself that in fact Illusionist changes the ultimate damage of your unit. So in other words, when a unit does an ultimate, it does a certain amount of hits, right? Now, the numbers are not gonna be off, so it's not important, but let's say that this Gilgamesh does like 15 sort of a small hits during his ultimate animation, and Redbat or Indivore or whatever, Cairo, does 20 attacks during his ultimate. Now, if this unit does more damage with his ultimate, if you go ahead and illusion a unit into something else, this ultimate is gonna transfer over, right? Now that is something very important to know, because essentially, if you illusion your unit to a unit that has a better base ultimate, you are gonna increase your damage of your unit. More so now that DPS is a thing, we can actually test stuff like that more accurately. So this is what we're gonna do in this video. Now, there is a lot of other stuff that you can do with Illusionist, but those are stuff that were not fixed, which we are going to talk about a little bit later, so it's not that important right now. But Dareb has said that for the most part, Illusionist is going to be strictly cosmetic, so most of those things are going to get patched. But as I said, we're going to get onto those in a little bit. Now, before we go ahead and change our unit into a Redbat, which for those of you that know, Redbat is the strongest ultimate from any divine unit in the game as of right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go and we're gonna run over to the time chamber where we are gonna test the ultimate damage and the average DPS of our unit before we swap it. So let's head over to the boss real quick, and we're gonna be swapping this Ghostly Blessing Gilgamesh. Now, I don't think we're gonna swap the God, because I think Redbat is gonna get bigger value out of the blessing than the God itself. So actually, I don't know. I think it's better. So anyway, we're gonna do this one for now. Maybe it's not the right call, but yeah. So what I want to do here is I'm gonna measure his DPS once without ultimate cancelling, and I'm gonna measure it once again with ultimate cancelling. Then we're gonna turn him into a Redbat, and we're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna see if this DPS is actually worth paying attention to. Right, so it looks like our DPS without ultimate cancelling is 13.5 E. I ran this twice just to double check, and now we're gonna do the same thing with ultimate cancelling, which might vary a little bit depending on how well I do it, but we should get an average DPS, right? Alright, looks like we went up to 16.5 E DPS. Now we're gonna go back again to the Illusionist, and we're actually gonna change our guy into a Redbat. We're gonna sacrifice our Lack 3 Redbat, which Especially after the new news about luck and divine odds, we honestly don't need anymore. We don't need that many luck 3 units. So we're gonna put this luck unit here on the first one, the red bat. We're gonna put this guy here on the right side, and once we craft, we are gonna pay a hefty amount of 300 Robux, 299 even, and now our red bat should be a... There we go. Oh my god, he looks... Why does he look so bad? Okay. Doesn't he look like a guy that was like literally burned alive? What the hell? This aura overlap is quite questionable. Now, first of all, guys, what I wanted to talk about earlier, where as I said, Illusionist has other niches. The first thing that I want to show you guys is something that is patched, and that is rerolls. So while this unit is now a Gilgamesh, if you pay attention here, I can reroll its passives with fire shards. Now, one thing to note is that if you try this, it's not gonna work. If you pay attention to the top right of the screen, you're gonna see here it says update 27.0.2. This was patched in update 27.0.3. I am just in an older server as I haven't left the server yet, so this is not a thing. But one thing that does work still, and it's in the game, is the limit breaker machine. Now, that is really cool of a trick if you want to spend some Robux to get limitless secrets. If you're like maybe a player that's starting out and you want to like put money into the game. So if this unit was not a limitless unit, I would use red bats instead of whatever you want to call it. What's his name? Gilgamesh's. So if I do this, see here, this is gonna work. If I try to put this, apparently it still works. I don't know. I don't know why it does it. I don't know why it allows me to put any unit, but normally you have to put like 2 red bats. So the idea is that the units change now. I believe that this is yet another not intended interaction, and it is gonna change because Direp has stated that next update you're gonna be able to illusion any rarity to any rarity. There will be no restrictions. So I think that will get fixed as well, but it's some good information, I guess, to know. And perhaps if you find the 27.0.2 server, you can put this to good use. But anyway, on to the most important stuff and the juice of this video. Now we are gonna go back and we are gonna go test our new red bat unit. It still has the stats of my Gilgamesh, as you can see, 1.7E. It just has the appearance and the ultimate of the red bat. Where's the big boy? Okay, there we go. So I think we did 13.5E without ultimate cancelling. I'm not entirely sure. I guess I will go check back later, but I think it was 13.5 and 16.5. So let's see what we can do now with a red bat appearance. So there you have it, DPS 14.3E. We actually got a 0.8E DPS upgrade, which it might not look big, guys, but in the span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, it can get big. It's literally a 1/1E DPS upgrade. Don't mock it, because if you find a unit that has an even stronger ultimate, it does more. Now, we still have to test ultimate cancelling, so that might increase even more the DPS. So let's do this. there you have it, guys. This is actually mind-blowing. Like, the difference is a lot. We're almost up 3 DPS. Now, just to be... Let's not be so strict on the number. I did some better roll cancelling on this one than the previous one, but it is at least 2.5 E of a DPS increase. And that is on a single unit, guys. Just imagine if you have 4 or 5 units just boosted like this. Like, you literally add yourself up another unit. And that is not just like a filler unit. That is not my 5th, my 6th, my 7th, my 8th unit. That is one of my best units. Like, this is insane. I don't know how this is in the game, but if you're somebody that is willing to spend Robux, do it. All you have to do is you have to AFK in Flame City, get yourself some red bad boys, and just switch out your divines to this. Now, as I said, next week we're gonna have, or next update rather, we're gonna have the restrictions limited for rarities, so you can literally turn your guy into a common unit. So if this stays in the game, and if this doesn't change, which I don't think it does, because Dareb is fully aware of this, as you saw earlier, like he stated it himself, we are gonna have a unit hunt in the entire game. Normal units, Robux units, everything, to find out the best ultimate. Now, for some of you guys that are maybe a little bit OG players, if you guys remember the Destiny Island incident here, there was this unit, I think it's this one, it's called Mad Gunner, and that unit did, his ultimate damage did as much as a shiny Julius. Like, when people found it out, they started like using it. I think it was Code Next that made the video on it. I don't even know where that guy is. I haven't seen him in a real long time. Like, he doesn't post that much anymore. But yeah, like, just imagine the possibilities on this, guys. It's just mind-blowing. So hopefully, I hope that helped you. And hopefully I'm not gonna make you go broke by buying Robux to do this now. I'm very, very sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I would honestly personally like to see that turning into a purely cosmetic thing. Because that way, you guys know what's happening. We're getting a full team of Sensei Rama, Beerus, and Whis, and maybe Broly's. I don't know. That's what we're probably gonna end up doing. I think this guy is a cell, but people have told me that this is like Whis. But here I see Beerus. Maybe are they like together as one unit, Beerus and Whis? That would also make sense. But this 25% one really looks like a cell to me. That is Broly, and I think that's maybe like a baby cell or something. Or maybe a Namekian. I have absolutely no idea what it is. Never opened a Robux star. But if this turns out to be purely cosmetic in the future, I am 100% gonna try it. Also, make sure you like the video, because we spent 300 Robux for this mad drip. Honestly, this guy looks kind of fire with the red bat animation, the ghostly, and the blessing. And one last thing, guys, that I want to mention, because I talked about it a little bit and then I jumped topics completely. As I said, you have to get red bats if you want to do this strategy with your shiny divines, and you don't need to have them shiny. So if I put this thing right here, this True Golden King, and this, I am gonna get a shiny True Golden King looking unit with an Indivor's damage and passives. So the unit doesn't have to be shiny. You do not have to spend fruits to shiny the unit. You can just use a normal divine or a normal secret or a normal whatever, and it's gonna translate over to a shiny on the unit. Because the ultimate is the same anyway, regardless shiny or not, so it doesn't matter. But since your unit is shiny, it's gonna get the shiny appearance. And no, that means that you cannot get a normal appearance of a unit on a shiny unit. Maybe that's a bummer for some people, although I think the cases where non-shiny variants are looking better are very, very small. I don't think, like off the back of my mind, I cannot think of a unit that looks better. Maybe you guys can tell me about a unit that looks perfect, like better in a non-shiny version than shiny. Let's see. No. Maybe Killy. I think, okay, this one looks better on its non-shiny version. Pretty sure. At least for my tastes. Can't seem to find anything else. But yeah, doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you found this information helpful. As always, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below, as it does help me out a lot. And I will see you guys all on the next one. Take care.